reaches out for help to the one and only Aang. Learns energy bending, this girl is stepping up her game.
Aang.
You have finally connected with your spiritual self.
How?
When we hit our lowest point, we are open to the greatest change.
One cycle ending means a beginning anew. It's time for defending and she's got some work to do. Restoring the balance in elemental succession. I think she's up for the challenge. This is the rise of a legend. I'm saying one cycle ending means a beginning anew. It's time for defending and she's got some work to do. Restoring the balance in elemental succession. I think she's up for the challenge. This is the rise of a legend.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Richard Kenobi here, back again with another Korra review, and this time we've got Episode 2, Korra Alone, and an obvious homage to Zuko Alone from The Last Airbender. Pretty good tribute there. So, unlike the last one, where it was mainly focusing on what happened to the supporting characters of Team Avatar, this time it is solely focused on Korra alone. And, you know, it just shows her in a flashback about 3 years ago. You know, she's struggling, you know, in Republic City after her fight with Zahir and the Red Lotus. And she goes back to the Water Tribe to try and spend time with her family and go to Katara to try and get her to walk again. You know, and in that time, you know, we see that this girl is just, she's just deconstructed and she's scared of not only being able to help people, but also of, and this is a theme she keeps running into in the present, of, you know, her old self, because of her avatar state is come to punish her for all of her wrongdoings. And I like that. So yeah, pretty intense stuff. Now, let's get to the reconstruction of Korra. So, you know, it just starts off with Korra is just, you know, she's pretty much, you know, coming out of the bathroom, you know, trying to travel to where she needs to go, and then all of a sudden she keeps getting attacked by her avatar state. And that's probably because even though her legs are fixed, her mind is just so damaged. You know, she is not the proud warrior she once was. You know, and I really think, you know, this goes back to The Last Airbender, where we saw Aang, you know, got deconstructed all the time of the situations he was faced with and how it took time for him to heal. Mainly when he almost died, and Katara and his friends had to bring him up to date and try and get him to accept it. Now, what's different about this one is, you know, like, Katara goes through so much trouble of just wanting to walk again. You know, she goes to Katara, and Katara is actually, you know, more helpful now than she's ever been in the past, the other 3 seasons. You know, she's trying so hard to get Korra to walk. And there's actually a reference, I don't know if many people will catch it, but there's actually another reference to Kill Bill, where the bride tells herself to wiggle her big toe, and we see Korra do it, and I like that. That was pretty nice. You know, then, as soon as we get to see her walk again, then she has to go on a journey, an avatar journey, through the spiritual world to try and find a vision. And then she has to go to a swamp, which is the same swamp I told you about when I first reviewed the trailer. And towards the end, that's where we finally see the greatest earthbending master who ever lived, Toph. Yes, you heard me. Toph is alive. She's not a ghost, she is alive. And I really honestly like that. I so called it. But what I love about this, you know, we see Toph, you know, she's old, but she's not that old, you know. And she's still wearing her same outfit she wore, you know, when she was a kid and through her years as a teenager. So I'm guessing that Toph is going to be the Yoda to Korra. And I really like that, you know. I was seriously shocked to see her, and I liked that she called Korra Twinkle Toes, because that was the nickname she had for Aang when they were kids. And it's just so awesome, you know, seeing Toph again just put a smile on my face, and it made me want to watch The Last Airbender again. So yeah, guys, this episode is just solely focused on Korra and her deconstruction and trying to rehabilitate her to get her back to the way she was. And I like that. You know, it's not very often, especially now, that we get to see something like that, because I think, you know, that's what probably I like best about this episode, is because getting to see this character, this avatar, you know, go through a harsh battle 3 years ago, and then 3 years later she's still suffering physically but not mentally anymore. And I like that, I really do. So yeah, guys, I would give this one a 9.5 out of 10. It is just so good. I'm loving this season more and more. And honestly, this season is going to be better than the other 3 seasons. It's probably going to be the best season of all. Sort of like how book 3 of The Last Airbender was the best out of the other 2, but that's up for debate. So yeah, guys, that's about it for Korra. I mean, I loved this episode. I loved seeing Korra going through all these obstacles just to trying to get back, and it really is pulling me in more and more. And I can't wait to see where they're going with this. So join me next Friday for episode 3. Till then, guys, take care. This is Richard Kenobi saying, may the Force be with you.
This is the rise of a legend. I'm saying one cycle ending means a beginning anew. It's time for defending, and she's got some work to do. Restoring the balance in elemental succession. I think she's up for the challenge. This is the rise of a legend.